What's going on, guys, and welcome to my channel. CLFurlong here, and we are all about running, lifestyle, and everything in between. And today we are doing episode number 2 of the What's Sold, and this time it's for December, and I'm excited to share this with you because 1, it is my second time, and 2, because I've got some exciting news. I mean, like, we've done some exciting numbers. I've had some exciting results for December, and I'm excited to be able to share it with you. And also, you can probably see in the background and probably where I am sitting that things are a little different compared to the last video. Of course, if you're watching my running content, this is completely different. So this is quite exciting. Bit of a sneak peek of some other things to come down the track as well. But I guess let's get straight into it. We're going to kick off with the top 5 items sold for this month, and then we're going to jump into a bit of a summary and overview of the month in general, and then we'll also do some notable mentions of some of the cool items that I have sold this month. So if you're new here, I usually do running videos, but I've started to move across into some different things, and this is a what's sold video of me reselling basically from the op shops, from picking up from marketplace, or just everything in between, I guess. And if that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit the subscription button as well, because I'll be doing this on a monthly basis, but also releasing more and more video content around this kind of stuff. So buckle up, get comfortable, let's get into it. Alright, so item number 1 out of the top 5 items that I sold for this month, and spoiler alert, I did sell a total of 14 items, but I figured let's not go through everyone individually. I want to be able to share the first 5 or the top 5 with you, and then we'll jump into that detail. So number 1 was this AC/DC high voltage CD. Now there's a bit of a story to this one. So I picked up basically 10 AC/DC CDs from the op shop. I walked in, saw them all sitting there, and I paid $2 a pop. So I did pay $20 in total, and you'll see a couple of these actually have sold in December, but this first one I sold for $119. It cost me $2, sold it for $119. So that's a profit of about $110, and I was just blown away by this because 1, I did not expect this, and this is kind of the things that you see that other people have done, or maybe potentially been able to sell some of those really high ticket items, and this came at a huge surprise, and I was so I guess overwhelmed and quite humbled that I was able to pick something up like this. So this was number 1 top item for the month, and almost coming in number 2 is basically, well, almost the same, is another AC/DC CD, and this is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. And I managed to sell this one for $80. Also paid $2 as mentioned at the start. So I got a profit of around $72, almost $73. So totally amazed by this once again. And you've got to be checking your CDs, and a lot of the other resellers that I've been chatting with and working with, they always say it themselves, check the CDs, because usually you might get a $15, $20 one, and if you're picking them up for $1 or $2, it's well worth it. And this, well, I mean, you can't go wrong. So if you do look out for these AC/DC CDs, it's well worth it. Or if you've got other ones that you think are in the top frame in terms of getting good return, bang for buck, let me know in the comments below. Share below and let me know if you've done or had some luck with either AC/DC CDs or something similar. Item number 3, or top item number 3, was actually, this is a PlayStation 1 game, and this was Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. I used to play this actually when I was a kid at friends' places, but this was not my copy. I picked this up from an op shop as well. It cost $5, and managed to sell this for $47.99. Now this thing sold, I think it was almost the day I listed it. So it went really, really quick. The profit here was only $32.58. I had to pay some postage as well, obviously, because I sold that with free postage, but really good one. You can't go wrong with PlayStation 1 games, especially if you've got it complete with the booklet, which this one did, so well worth it. Number 4, another video game, Mario Kart Wii, also with manual, great condition, can't go wrong with this kind of stuff. So this cost me $6, and I was able to sell it for $37.70, once again doing the free postage. So after that, basically came through at about $21.60. So I was very, very happy with that. It's a quick $20, right? I mean, for me, it was to walk in, pick it up, come home, list it. And once again, I think this one sold also within 24 hours as well. So you cannot go wrong with these kind of games, especially old school and OG kind of games. When I say OG, I mean original. And your Marios are always going to go well. Number 5, once again, coming back to those AC/DC. So what I did out of that bundle of 10 that I got is I went through and found which were the high ticket items, and I've listed them out separately. Some are still sitting there ready to sell. They're sitting around $30 to $40 each. But these ones, one of them did have a scratch on it or a broken case, I can't remember. But I bundled up these 3 and they were going for about $10 each. And I figured if I can get $30 for the 3, just get them out. I mean, that's basically paid for the CDs anyway. So this one I did sell. Total cost was $9, sold it for $30, so profit was around $21.60. So super happy with that. These AC/DC CDs have been the top or best items that I have purchased ever. I mean, I've only been doing this really for 2 months, but I've had a few good buys over the years. I think if I do a bit of a flashback, I did manage to purchase a Minecraft Xbox 360 limited edition for $75 and sold that for $250, and that was a huge markup as well. But to find these in an op shop in this good condition, and to be honest, I had to do a bit of research and actually look up the numbers because they were a certain print on a certain year, which made them a bit more valuable. So it's really worth doing the homework on these to find out what actually you're looking at. Alright, so before we jump into some of the summary items, let's quickly have a look at some of the notable mentions, or I guess some cool items which I thought were just fun and cool. The first one was a Furby. Now, if you had a Furby, let me know in the comments. I never had one, but I used to see a lot of people back in the early 2000s. This was one of the later ones. It was working, but a rainbow version, I guess it was called a Furby Boom Crystal series. But yeah, this one I had up for about 2 days, maybe 3 days, and did manage to sell it for around $34. And the other one, which I thought was pretty cool, and this was a quick and easy pickup, was just a nice Hawaiian blue flamingo kind of shirt. I paid $2 for this, and I sold it for $19. But what I liked about it was I felt like it was just one of those perfect shirts for, especially with summer coming up, just to get out and have some fun in, right? So I figured I couldn't go wrong. There's actually 2. I got a pink one as well. I haven't sold the pink one, but this blue one went pretty quick. So pretty happy with that as well. Alright, the next thing that I want to jump on over to is actually what were the total stats. So you'll see it up on screen now. So the total costs of December was $61, and that's an average of around $4.36 when you think around a total of 14 items sold. Total revenue was around $483. So basically selling on average about $34 per item. And then total fees / expenses for those that did have the free postage, it's coming around $70 or $69.49, which means I'm basically averaging a cost or a fee of almost $5, which is, I don't know, I think that's a bit high, to be honest. When you think about cost of an item is $4.36, and then the fees on those items is $4.96 as well. But I did have some big ticket items this month, so that is why it's been riding higher, and then also the postage part as well. But all in all, I think that's pretty good. So total profits for this month was $352.67. That's a margin of around 73%. So pretty happy with that. Before we jump over to comparing to November, let's just jump on over to just a quick list of the items that I did sell, and you can have a look on screen. But you know, I went through the top 5, and I've also spoken about the Furby and one of the shirts, but there was a couple of other books in here. I did a Harry Potter book, did a Batman book, also sold some Lego plushie, and another book of graphic design school, and had a A6 women's active wear long sleeve top. This one didn't go really well. Only made $1.44 profit after this, and look, I thought it was going to go higher, but I just wanted to get rid of it. Got my money back, so that was fine. Also sold some Lego Ninjago books as well. Picked them up for $4, $2 each, and managed to sell them for $24.50. So that's also a good purchase as well. Also the Super Mario cap. This one I did only make $12 off it, but I mean $14 off it. But look, I think, you know, if you can pick up a hat for $2-3, or this one was a bit more, it was about $3. It's still well worth it. I mean, it's quick money, right? I mean, you can't go wrong. So if we quickly have a look at the total costs, average was $4.36 as mentioned. But basically after fees, I'm averaging around $25 per item. That's after fees and postage and all that jazz. So not too bad. And look, do keep me honest. If you think a number here doesn't look right, please do let me know. More than happy to correct or be corrected. So what I wanted to do compared to last month was actually bring up the numbers that we had done last month and compare them to this month. So in November, we had a cost of goods of $22. We sold 5 items in total. The fees on that was about $45, and total sales was about $335. So we came in with around a profit of $273. So that was my first month really doing this with energy, and it was quite good, right? $273. I mean, you can't complain. Now December we had 14 items, so almost 3 times the amount. The cost of goods also about $3 3 times the amount, so $61. Fees almost $70, so not quite double, but still up there. And sales was around $483 in total, with a profit of $353. So cost of goods have gone up, of course, which makes sense because more items. Fees have gone up, makes sense because more items, $23 it went up by. Sales have gone up, which also makes sense, and profit has gone up by $80. So not really a huge jump in profit. When you think about it, I've gone up 3 times in items, but my profit's only gone up $80. So it's not really a huge increase. I probably would have wanted it to be a bit more, but then again, what I did find was this month, Christmas and the holiday season, it does seem to, well, not that I have much experience across this period, but it did tend to kind of just drop people going through my eBay store and having a look around, and I just didn't see as much traction. Look, people still purchase stuff even on Christmas Day and New Year's Eve, but I just found that there wasn't many things moving as much. Now, I wasn't listing as much either, and I think the key thing here, if you know the Aussie Flipper, make sure you check out his channel. He's always saying you need to be getting in your daily listings, whether it's 5, 10, 15 or more. And that's really what I want to start to focus on, is getting that nice routine to get items up, because if they're up, they can sell. If they're just sitting around and they're not listed, they're not going to sell. So super keen to get that happening. The other thing I wanted to mention for this month was lessons learned, and I think it has been basically just making sure I'm listing, getting it out there as quick as possible, but also just getting into that routine and workflow of what's going to work best. Now, I've sourced a lot of items this month, probably have sourced around 200 items. That's when you break it all up. But the one thing is, if that's just sitting around, it's not going to get up, right? And I think the other thing that I'm keen to start to get involved in is jumping between marketplace and also eBay. So all these sales were on eBay. So the lesson learned here is, yes, eBay is great, but there's a lot of fees. If I can start selling on Facebook, not really sure what kind of items I want to be selling there, but if I can start to do that, well, then it's going to obviously take away the fees and stop digging into those profit margins. So that is December results for you. Bit of a different format this time. I wanted to spice it up, and I had a bit more time to actually get into it. So I wanted to break it down in this style. Let me know what you think, if this is what you enjoyed. And if it is, well, make sure you put a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and let me know what you thought. And also share with me what you're selling. What are you getting into? Have you sold items like this before? And if you've got any tips, hints, tricks, whatever, let me know, because I am completely new at all this, learning along the way, trying to, I guess, get as much knowledge from other people in the community, but also, if that's you, I want to know as well. So don't be shy, let us know, and I'll be more than happy to share that with other people as well. Of course, if you don't want to share your secrets, that's fine too. But that's it. That's all I've got, folks. And I hope this has been something exciting, something different and enjoyable. Once again, do let me know what you'd like to see. And yeah, thanks for being here. Of course, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do the whole shebang, and hustle. Ciao.